an increase in COVID-19 cases around the country, as an employer, can I require that my employees take a COVID-19 test? And the answer is, in most instances, yes. And the EEOC is saying, yes, you can. But what happens if an employee refuses to take a test? And what options does an employer have if an employee says, I'm not going to test? I think it's important first to find out why, because there may be some perhaps religious or medical reason why the person is refusing to test. But I think that there are options. So there are a few options, one of which is you can tell the employee that he or she cannot come to work for at least, a period of 72 hours, perhaps longer, just to confirm that the employee does not have any signs or symptoms of COVID-19. Another option is requiring the employee to see a medical provider who would then be able to examine the employee and make a medical determination of whether or not the person can and or should come back to work. So there are options. My takeaway tip here is really just, you got to be flexible. You got to figure out what works. I mean, in some instances, what may make sense is that the employee just stays home for a period of 2 weeks, and that's that. They come back to work and hopefully they aren't sick, they never get sick, but at least it gives you peace of mind. If an employee can't afford to be home for 2 weeks because they either don't have sick leave, they wouldn't qualify for sick leave under the Families First Coronavirus Response Act, they do have options. And again, that's the flexibility. Allow them to go see a medical provider and have that medical provider clear that individual to come back to work, which would then give you the same assurance.